Live watercolor tutorial. Today we'll be painting a white daffodil. And if you're watching live, feel free to say hi in the chat and where you are watching from. And if you'll be following along with me today for this tutorial. It looks like Joan is here. Good morning, Joan. She is from Parry Sound, Ontario. Nice. Okay. So before we get started, I am going to quickly go over my supplies. And also, you can find the outline here in the description of the video that you can download and print out and transfer onto your watercolor paper. And I used my light pad here to transfer my outline. And let's see. There's also reference photos in the description of the video as well. And then to trace my outline, I used my watercolor pencils. So I used my Faber Castell pencils to trace my outline. Hi, Ashton. Oh, it's another snow day for you. That's exciting. I'm excited you're here. Okay, and the color palette I am going to be using are basically these colors here. And the paints I am using, I have my Decadent Pies pan set and my Vintage Pastels pan set, and these are both from Art Philosophy. I plan on using the peach cobbler color and the apple color, and I might also use the pistachio cream and banana cream colors here. And this green I plan on using, as well as a little bit of this blackberry. And then I might also use this white mocha color here. And in the Vintage Pastels pan set, I plan on using like this pastel purple. I lost my card that's like this. I lost it, so I don't know the actual names of these colors, but I plan on using this purple here, and then probably this gray, and maybe some other colors. I don't really know yet. So yeah, if you're watching live, feel free to say hi in the chat and let me know where you're watching from, and if you'll be painting with me today or just hanging out. Okay, so my brushes, I plan on using my silver black velvet brushes. These are all round brushes, and I have a size 2, a size 4, and 8. And okay, yeah, I think that's it. Oh, my paper is cold press paper from Arches, and it's a size 5x7. And all of the supplies are linked in the description below too for you guys. So I am going to move my camera a little bit for you, a little closer. Okay. Sorry, let me get situated here. Okay, that looks good. All right, so, okay, just give me a second here. I need to move this, it's in my way. So have you guys painted a daffodil before? If you have, let me know while I get my camera situated here. Okay. I have not. I've always wanted to, but yeah, I haven't. So hopefully this goes okay. So I'm thinking that I'll first start with the white petals. So I feel like white is going to be kind of challenging, but we can do it. I know we can. So let's see. It looks like in the white petals, there are hints of like peachy colors. I'm looking at the first reference photo, by the way. There's hint of like some purple in there, like in the shadows, and a little bit of gray too. So I think first I'm just going to start with like a very light purpley gray. So I am going to take this lighter purple in the Vintage Pastels pan set. I'm going to take this with my size 2 round brush, and I'm just going to put it here on my palette. I kind of already mixed this color a little bit when I was trying to figure out what colors I'm going to use. So yeah, I'm just putting this on my palette with some water. Hi, Shelly. She says, good morning. I'm looking forward to this tutorial. It's pretty cold here this morning. Negative 17 wind chill. Oh my goodness. Negative 17 Fahrenheit. And then it feels like negative 30 Fahrenheit. That is insane. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would definitely stay inside today. Okay. And then I'm going to add a touch of gray to this. I have this, it's called Earl Grey from the Decadent Pies pan set, so maybe I'll add some of this in here, but I do have some trouble with this gray. Sometimes, like, it takes forever to reactivate. I don't know if it's just for me, like, maybe I got a bad half pan of it, or what. Okay, so I'm going to take this color. It's like a very light, very, very light gray with a hint of purple. And I'm just going to start like on, let's see, I think I'm going to start on this petal here. And I'm going to take my time. Okay, I think I'm going to just start kind of along the outer edge, kind of paint that in. Okay. I'm painting like a very light outline because I want my my daffodil to stand out against the paper. And then I'm going to paint in the shadow here, like this. And I'm going to grab my size 4 round brush, and it just has water. It's clean, it just has water, and I'm going to kind of blend this color. Okay, and I'm going to kind of blend the outer edge too. So flowers are kind of challenging for me, especially white flowers, and now I'm like questioning myself why I chose a white flower for a tutorial. Like, am I trying to mess up during a live tutorial? I don't know. Sometimes I just don't understand myself, but I just saw a photo of this flower, of this daffodil, and I really wanted to paint it. So hopefully it goes okay. And yeah, there's some shadow over here I'm going to paint in. So basically I applied my paint with my brush here that has paint in it. And then I take my clean brush with just water and I kind of just blend that and move it around. This is how I like to paint. Hi Kizzy, good morning. Hi Liz. So glad you guys are joining us. Have any of you guys painted a daffodil before? Okay, and then yeah, there's some shadow here too. I'm just kind of wiggling my brush a little bit, trying to mimic the texture that I see in the petals because, you know, the petals aren't like super smooth. They have some texture to them. There's like a shadow here. Okay, I don't want to like go overboard or anything. Maybe I'll add a little shadow over here and then move on to the next petal. And then I'll go back into the petals again with like another color. Shelly says that she hasn't tried a daffodil yet. Yeah, this is my very first daffodil. I kind of wish I chose the yellow one. I feel like this white one is going to be kind of difficult. Hopefully it ends up being fine. Yeah, so I'm kind of going around the edge too a little bit. Liz says, I've always wanted to paint a daffodil, but thought it would be too hard. Yeah, they've all like they do seem like a challenging flower to paint. Daffodils appear during my favorite time of the season, which is spring. Like at the very beginning of spring, it's like my favorite time. So yeah, I love daffodils. I love when they like start popping up everywhere. Like my next door neighbor, they have a ton of daffodils that pop up in their yard, and it just makes me so happy. Okay. Hi, Claudia. Claudia says, I haven't painted a daffodil yet either. In fact, I've only attempted one flower, which didn't go too well. More practice needed. Yeah, I feel like this year I want to do more flowers because I don't know. I just feel like I'm not very good yet at painting flowers, and I want to be. Okay, I'm going to add some shadow here. So yeah, I'm just kind of wiggling my brush. And then I'm going in with my clean brush with just water. I like to call this my blending brush. So I'm going in with my blending brush. Okay, I think that's good for the gray, or like the purplish gray. I don't want to make my flower look too gray. So I'm going to move on to the next petal. Okay, in the reference photo, this one does not overlap this one. I think I kind of just changed the petals a little bit. But, so yeah, there probably isn't like a shadow here like there is in the reference. kind of going along the outer edge with this gray. What are your favorite daffodils? The yellow ones or like the white ones like this one? Or do you not really have a favorite? I don't really know if I have a favorite. I like all of them. Okay. Then I'm gonna add a shadow like right here. Okay, I'm moving to the next petal. This one has a lot of shadow, but I don't think I'm going to paint as much shadow as there is in the reference. So I'm going off of the first reference photo, but I'm also going, I'm going off of the colors kind of in the second reference photo. So that's kind of why I have two of them. I'm going to add shadow along the inner part of this daffodil. I'm going to add kind of like a little wrinkle right here. And I'm going to add like another wrinkle, maybe like right here. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next petal. So, what have you guys been painting this week? Have you been painting anything this week? I've been working on a wolf painting for my Nature's Watercolor members, like a tutorial for them. That's like the only painting I've worked on this week because I've been getting ready for my shop update. That is actually in a week from today, so I've been busy with that. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna have to mix more of this color. So yeah, it's basically this lighter purple from the Vintage Pastels. And then I added a touch of gray, like this Earl Grey from the Decadent Pies pan set. Hi Joyce, good morning. She says, my internet is acting up. I'm going to have to catch the replay. Have a great weekend. You too. Sorry about your internet. It sucks. Sorry to miss you for the live. Okay. Yeah, so I apply the paint with one brush and then I blend with another. Okay, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of that purple. I didn't add as much gray when I remixed that color, and I really like the purple tint. So I think I'm going to add a little bit more of that. Okay, then blend. Liz says, black flying unicorn this week. I went to work on flower borders this weekend and I drew out a meadow lark. Wow, a black flying unicorn? That is so cool, Liz. I love that. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Okay, I'm gonna add some wiggly shadows here. And then go in with my blending brush. I'm not blending perfectly smoothly, I'm just kind of going over that loosely. And I'm gonna add some more shadow here at the base of this petal. And kind of where there would be a shadow where this petal overlaps. And then I am blending. I'm going to add a little bit more shadow here. And here. Claudia says, I'm on my 5th butterfly. Will hopefully be finished tomorrow. Ooh, so you're doing the butterfly challenge? Okay. Yeah, I think I remember seeing you doing that or something. So sometimes I can't keep track like who's doing the challenge and who's not. Kizzy says, I painted lots of butterflies this week. I saw Kizzy. Like, I'm amazed at your butterflies. I'm so amazed at them. Okay, I'm gonna take more of this purple, this lighter purple from the Vintage Pastels pan set, because I really like this for the shadows, and I'm gonna add a little bit more of this purple to the other petals like I did here. And I just realized I'm applying, like I was mixing the paint with my blending brush. So now I'm cleaning this brush. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab some more paint here with my other brush. Okay. Liz says, I have deadline for my website for the end of the month, but I think it will be an ongoing project for the rest of my life. I might as well schedule time every week. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've kind of, I don't know, this year I've kind of accepted, like, it's okay if things take longer than I planned them to, because, you know, that usually happens. Like, things always take longer than planned, always, like, at least for me. So I've kind of, like, accepted that and am okay with that now. I was trying to be okay, and trying to be okay if I'm not productive some days, because I don't want to push myself too much like I did last year. I went through burnout last year a little bit, and I don't want to overwork myself. So It's okay, Liz. If it's taking longer than you think, than you thought it would. Okay, I think I'm gonna add a little shadow here. Claudia says, yes, I've used yours as inspiration, but with South African butterflies. That's really cool. Shelly says, I haven't had time to paint this week. Lots of online business meetings and major deadlines to meet. I'm going to give myself a day off to paint this weekend. Painting days are like the best when you just schedule time just to paint, like doing nothing else. I love those days. Yes, I'm going back into these petals now, and I'm adding this like purple, this very light pastel purple to some of the shadows. The key, at least from what I've learned, for flowers is to not have the shadows be too dark. Like to just keep them kind of light but not too dark. That just helps make the flowers look more real and more like soft, if that makes sense. I'm really trying to keep myself from adding too much of this though, because I don't want my flower to look purple. I still want it to look like a white flower, like a white daffodil. Okay, I think I'm gonna add a shadow like here on this petal. Okay, maybe it's a little too much. I'm gonna kind of drag some of this off and kind of move a little bit of this over here. Hi, Sarah. I hope you're doing okay. All right, I want this shadow here to kind of curve a little bit more. Okay. All right. Now I'm going into this one. I'm gonna add some shadow down here. And then right here. There's like a ton of birds in the bush in front of my window right now. I don't know if you can hear them. So, do you guys have any plans this weekend? Any Valentine plans? Jimmy and I don't really have any plans except my sister and brother-in-law are visiting on Sunday. I do plan on maybe painting a little bit tomorrow. And of course laundry and all that fun household stuff. Okay, I'm almost done. I don't want to add too much. I'm really trying to be careful about that. Although, I don't know, I feel like I am adding kind of too much. But I guess we'll see. Alright. So now I'm going to clean my brush. Thank you, Sarah. She says, beautiful daffodil. Okay. Now I'm going to work on this inner part here. I think first, what do I want to do first? I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm going to paint the outer edge of the daffodil. So I'm going to try and go for this color here. This is kind of like a coral color. I mixed some of this apple. I think this is called apple from the Decadent Pies pan set. So I mixed some apple, and then I mixed some of this peach cobbler into it. To get like this color here. Hopefully it turns out. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I'm going to first kind of go along the edge here where it's the darkest. And then I'm going to have my size 4 round brush ready to blend. I'm going to start like right here. And the edge is kind of wiggly. So I'm just like wiggling my brush around. I'm going to stop there. And I'm going to take my size 4 round brush and then kind of where it starts to, like about right here, I'm going to kind of blend this down. And I'm trying to blend it in the same direction of the petal. Now I'm continuing this way. And then I'm going to blend. Hi, Sydney. Good morning. Okay. I will go back over this again with another layer. All right, and then now we're going to paint that top part of the, like right here. And I'm looking at the reference. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the same thing, wiggle my brush along here. Oops, I kind of messed up. I messed up. I'm gonna drag some of this off. Okay, and then I'm going to blend this way. Okay, while we're waiting, well, I guess I can go back around. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna mix more of this color. It's basically apple with peach cobbler from the Decadent Pies pan set. Now I'm going to go back over some of this area and then do kind of like the same thing. I don't want to blend too far down because down here is yellow. Those of you who are painting with me, how are you doing? Are you having trouble with the white flower, like the white petals? I had trouble. I think I might have to go in with some white gouache and kind of make my petals look more white. I like to think of myself not as like not like a watercolor expert. Like, I'm just kind of your friend painting with you. I'm not like oh, I know everything about watercolor and I never make mistakes. Like, I'm more of just like a artist friend for you, and we're just painting together. Okay, now I'm going to clean my brush and we're going to paint in the inner part of the petal here, or the flower. So for the yellow, I mixed banana cream from Decadent Pies. Of course, if you just have yellow, you can use that. I kind of wanted to go for more of like a soft, creamy pastel yellow. Like this is the color I'm trying to go for here. So I'm going to take some of this banana cream. And then I mixed in this pistachio cream. And I think first, trying to figure out what I want to paint first. I think I'll paint the pollen. I'm just going to call it pollen. The pollen first. So I'm going to start with like the very tips of them, because the very tips are like darker. So I'm painting those in. And I'm going to take my size 4 round brush with just water and kind of blend this down. Okay, I'll let that dry. At least the top parts. Now I'm going to take this yellow again, and now I'm going to fill in down here. Okay, and then I'm taking my blending brush, blending this. I want it to become lighter up here, so I don't want it to be as dark. I'm trying to blend it a little bit into this coral color. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. It looks like the middle part kind of folds here, so this part isn't yellow. And then I'm going to blend. Oh, is the video not good, Liz? It looks okay to me. It might be your internet. Sometimes with slow internet, it can make the video pixelated. So you could refresh the video, like close and then open it back up. Maybe that'll help. On my side, it looks fine. So I don't know. Sometimes with live video, like you need good internet to make it look clear. I'm gonna go kind of, oh wait, I don't want to do that. I don't want to add a dark yellow over here, because I don't want the pollen to kind of get lost. So yeah, I'm gonna add some more yellow. So I'm gonna maybe just take this pistachio cream this time and add some here. And I don't know, I kind of want to add some yellow here too, even though that's not how it is in the reference. I just feel like it'll look better. And I'm going to add some yellow here. Okay, now I'm going to go into the pollen again and just add some detail, kind of help make them each stand out. So I'm adding some lines to them. Like that. Okay. Wow, we basically have most of the flower painted in. I'm cleaning my brushes. And I feel like it needs some work up here. So I'm going to go back into this area up here and work on that a little bit more. Oh, so you guys can adjust the quality of the video? Is that right? Yeah. You had it less than 480p, Liz? Yeah, that definitely makes sense why your video was not good. I feel like 720p is probably good, or 1080p if that's possible. I think I'm going live, like from my iPhone. I think it's 1080. That's like kind of what I'm filming with. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this color again. This time, let's see. I think I'm gonna mix a little bit more of it. So it's apple. If you're just joining, I'm using the Decadent Pies pan set for a lot of this flower, and the Vintage Pastels pan set for like that soft pastel purple in the leaves. I mean in the petals. And then this peach cobbler. I'm gonna work a little bit more up here. So I'm adding this in and moving to my blending brush, making sure it's clean. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna kind of wipe some of this off. I don't know why I'm having such trouble in this area. Okay. Alright, I'll wait for that to dry and then I will work on that more. That did not go as planned. Let's go ahead and paint in the stem. But before we do, we're going to do the artist spotlight because the artist who I'm spotlighting is here. Hi, Fallon. Okay, hold on. So if you're new to my channel, every Friday I go live, and during these live tutorials, we do an artist spotlight from someone who used the hashtag Allison Lyon Art Tutorial on Instagram. So if you finish a tutorial of mine and you post it to Instagram, or even just like a work in progress shot and you post it and you use that hashtag, you might be featured in a future live tutorial here. So today I am featuring, let me bring up her Instagram. Today I'm featuring Fallon. Here's her Instagram. She did my leaf tutorial from last Friday. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, so here's her art. Look at all those beautiful mushrooms. Oh my goodness. Did I see these? I don't think I saw these. Oh wait, they're from that mushroom challenge that we did. Yeah, so if you want to support her on Instagram, I linked her Instagram in the description of this tutorial. So that's Fallon. Okay. Fallon is here. She says, I'm so late. That's okay. And she says, the flower looks gorgeous. I'm going to have to watch back how you did the petals. It's hard to make something look white on white paper. Oh yeah, I'm just trying to bring up my reference photos again. That's what I'm doing. But yeah, the white petals are very difficult. So hopefully they end up looking okay. Yeah, I had a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble with my petals. You're welcome, Fallon. Okay. Have to set up my camera again. There, I think that's fine. It's kind of crooked. Okay, so for the green, I'm kind of going for like a soft pastel green. So how I mixed this was, I took some of this lime from Decadent Pies. So I'm putting some of this on my palette here with some water. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this blackberry into here to kind of make it more of like a cool green. And then I am going to mix a little bit of this white mocha to make it kind of more of a pastel color. Pastel green. Okay, and yeah, I'm just gonna paint in the stem. Then I'm going to kind of blend the bottom of it, kind of blend it into my paper. So I'm taking my blending brush with just water and I'm just kind of blending the end. And I was thinking of maybe adding some leaves. What do you guys think? Should I add like some long daffodil leaves in the back or like right here? Or should I just keep it simple? I would love to know your thoughts. Oh no, Fallon says, I left my larger watercolor paper at work, so I had to do it a little smaller than I would have liked. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so basically a lot of my daffodils painted. There are a few things I do need to fix. First, I I really want to fix up here. I don't know. I'm having a lot of trouble up there for some reason. So I'm going to take this color again. This time, I'm not going to try and do any blending. I'm just going to kind of make some details. Like that. Although, I don't really like this. I'm going to kind of blend the end of this. Kind of want to make it more wiggly. Maybe that will help. And then I do want to kind of make down here a little darker, like at the base. And then I'm blending this. Okay. All right, I like that better, I think. Now I'm going to add some more detail. And then I'm kind of blending the end of these lines. Okay, I think that's good. I don't want to overwork this. All right, yeah, I guess I'll just keep it simple, just the stem. And now I'm kind of like looking at the petals and other parts of this flower, and I'm trying to see, you know, is there anything else I want to add? Or is there any way I can make this better? I do kind of want to add some darker yellow here, I feel like. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and add some of this. It's called Pumpkin from the Decadent Pies. I'm going to add this into my yellow. Maybe this will help darken up down here. And I'm going to take my blending brush with just water, blend it up. And I will add a little bit over here too, in front of the pollen. And then I'll add some of this to the tips of the pollen. I don't know if this is actually what it's called. I'm just gonna call it pollen. And then I'm taking my blending brush and just blending this down a little bit. And I'm kind of adding some lines in between these. Okay. I'm cleaning my brush. Sarah says, could add a bee to it. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like that idea. Like a little bee flying up here. That's cute. I don't know if I'll do it for the live tutorial though. Because I feel like that would add like at least an hour to this tutorial. And my tutorials are like already really long, I feel like. Okay, I'm gonna take some of this banana cream. But yeah, I like that idea, Sarah. A little bee flying. I love it. I feel like this in the reference photo is not as dark. I'm gonna kind of paint over this with banana cream. At least, you know, with these live tutorials, you get to see me make mistakes and you get to see me like figure out how to fix them. To be honest, guys, I make mistakes like every painting I do. Like, I feel like none of my paintings turn out perfect. What about you guys? Do you ever have paintings that turn out like perfect, or do you always have some kind of trouble with them? And by the way, if you haven't yet, it would mean a lot to me if you could give this video a thumbs up. That'll just tell YouTube that people like this and they'll show my tutorial to more people. It would mean a lot to me. Okay, now, yeah, I'm just trying to see here what else I want to add. I feel like I feel like this does look like a white flower. I don't think I added too much. I don't think so. I will add a little bit more, I think, of this purple to some areas. Like here. Thank you, Claudia. I feel like these two petals here kind of need some more distinguishingness to them. So I'm gonna add a shadow here. Okay. I might add a touch of yellow to some of the petals, because in the reference it looks like some of the petals kind of reflect the yellow part of the flower. I'm going to take some of this banana cream, add it here, add some water to it, and I'm going to take this white mocha, although I have green in it, so I'm going to wipe some of this out. Okay, so I'm going to take this white mocha, add it to the yellow. I want it to be very light. And then I'm just going to add some, maybe like right here, right here. Blend it a little bit into the petals. I don't want too much of this yellow. I just want like a tiny, tiny bit. Okay, and then I'll add some over here. I feel like this really added some more to the flower. Like it kind of just gave it a little bit more personality maybe, and made it not look as flat. Okay. Try not to go overboard here. Although, I think I want to add a little here. Shelly says, I like to think the more mistakes I make, the closer to success I get as a beginner and make a lot of mistakes. Yes, Shelly, that is really true. In fact, the more mistakes you make, the better, because the more opportunity you have to learn from those mistakes. There's a quote, I forget who said it, and it goes something like this. It goes like, the successful person has made more mistakes than, what is it? The successful person has made more mistakes than the unsuccessful person has even tried. Does that make sense? I probably didn't. It goes something like that. What do you guys think? Do you like this? Did I do a good job with the white daffodil? What do you think? Yeah, I think after the live tutorial at some point, maybe this weekend, maybe I'll add like a little bee or 2 bees, and maybe like a leaf, like some leaves, daffodil leaves. Ashton says, I just dipped my brush in my hot chocolate. Oh my goodness. That sucks. I'm so sorry. Okay, you guys seem to like it. Thank you, Liz and Fallon. Thank you. Yeah, there's a close-up and a little sneak peek behind the scenes for you guys. Okay. Thank you for hanging out with me. I feel like this was kind of a short tutorial than usual. But it was fun. Oh, good. I can't wait to see your daffodil, Claudia. Thank you, Shelly and Sarah. Oh, it's so short. It's such a short tutorial. It's kind of hard to say goodbye. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to use the hashtag AllisonLyonArts to post yourself, like doing the tutorial even, or like to Instagram stories. And yeah, I would love to see your daffodil. And yeah, I will see you for next Friday's live tutorial. And on Tuesday, I plan on coming out with the next video in my beginner series, my watercolor beginner series. And I might even, if I have time, come out with another, like the 4th video for that watercolor beginner series. So that's something to look forward to next week. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And yeah, take care. Bye guys. Bye. Bye. Yeah, it's been fun, Shelly. A lot of fun. Bye guys. So hard to say goodbye. Okay. Have a great Valentine's Day too. Bye.